Alright, good morning everybody. It is about 11 o'clock. Normally I wait about another 2 hours before I get into the hive, but it is 4th of July and I've got some stuff going on today, so I'm going to get in a little early. For those of you just joining, this is my long Langstroth hive. The lid's up right now, so it's a little difficult to see the front entrance, but this is, looks like they're honestly orienting right now. We may have just had a small brood hatch, but they are coming and going, bringing pollen in. You can actually, I don't know if you guys can see or not, but just since I've stepped out front here, I've seen about 3 or 4 bees bringing pollen in, full fluffy legs. So this is hive inspection number 5. They've been in here about that many weeks. They were in a swarm trap for 2 weeks prior to that. I just started feeding them again. We're here at the beginning of July, and they weren't really filling out to my expectations. And I actually got in touch with a expert beekeeper who told me that I should be feeding them for a hive of this size. So we're just going to get inside here. Let's see what we've got. This will be a full inspection. So I am going to go ahead and just, I do feel like we have a lot more bees than we did last time. Tried to squish one there. A lot more covering on these boards. We may have filled out. I've been feeding them for about a week now. Let's see what they're doing. See how they've grown. I tried to record a video last week, but for some reason it did not take. So it has been 2 weeks since the last video. They've drawn this out decently. I just realized I do not have my veil on. Tons of larvae in there. I point it out every week. There's a waggle dance right there. That's them telling where food is, where they found that pollen that they got. They do little circles, and then depending on how far they walk, actually tells, or how long they walk, actually tells where the food source they found is at. So I'm just double checking for the queen here. And then I'm going to take a second to put my veil on. Got a brand new bee suit. And normally, on my old one anyways, my lid was already on. I couldn't unzip it. So I got a fancy new one. It lets me take my hood on and off, so I'm not just trapped. All right. Now that we aren't going to get stung in the face, let's see, we already looked at that one decently. I am going to try and find the queen here. I did find her last week. So I know that she's in here as of last week. We'll just have to see if she's still in here in between last week and this one. Look at all of that brood. We do have a good amount of honey up here in the corner. Tons of capped brood. Not worried about this queen at all. Tons of it. Wow. Even larvae still in there. So she is filling out every space available. See if I can get a good grip here. So you can see there's spaces in between. All of those spaces are filled up with either nectar, like this space right here, that's larva. So it's all taken up on this frame. Everything that's drawn out has either nectar or a baby bee in it. I do not think we're finding the queen on that frame. All right. Let's check the next one. And for those of you who are maybe just tuning in or missed last video, what have you, I am a brand new beekeeper. I decided I was going to get into this. Me and my family actually did. And we decided that we were going to start beekeeping. We've got a big old garden and figured it'd be great for that. So we looked into it. We've done a ton of research, but I am still very, very new. So any questions or advice that you have, please feel free to ask. We got a ton of drone brood on the bottom there, which is very normal. Me and my father-in-law actually built this hive and the traps that we used to catch them. No sign of the queen as of yet. Let me see. We do have eggs in these cells though, so she should be around here. I'd say probably this one or the next. Not seeing her on this side. Let me take a look here. Give another quick look over. Tons of pollen coming in. These guys are producing super fast. They just had enough bees to fill up this comb and 2 more frames whenever they first were caught. So they're filling out really, really nicely. They've got, I believe, 7 or 8 frames to play with now. So I'm very, very happy with their progress so far. I'll just slide them back in and slide over. Move on to the next. I am wearing shorts today. We'll find out if that was a mistake or not. I've been around these bees a ton, and as of yet, they haven't really tried to come after me at all. Another beautiful frame of brood. Capped over. all the cells filled. Sorry, had somebody on my leg. He is just checking me out though. Looks like another frame of capped over honey. I'm sorry, brood. There is some nectar in here though. We've still only seen eggs and larvae. No sign of the queen just yet. I mean, those are signs of the queen, but haven't seen her yet. Something kind of interesting. Right here, you can see them actually grooming each other. They're climbing over and cleaning, which is kind of neat to see. No sign of the queen. Can you hear me now? Camera's being a little funky, so if I cut out, I'm sorry. Man, these guys really like gluing stuff. Oh, this is their vent. You can see here, these were 2 holes that were actually drilled in previously. I've completely closed them off and they're working on closing this vent. They do not seem to like it very much. Okay. I am going to go ahead and take all the cover boards off. Oh, that's the last one. All right. So, whenever I've done my last inspections, I have moved over 1 frame each time to try and encourage them to build out. You see we've got a play cup getting worked right here. Guys are seeming a little frantic. I kind of feel like I should break this off, but as of right now it's inside of the frame, so I'm not going to worry about it. You can see them working with a play cup right there. There are eggs on this frame, so there's a good chance that our queen will be here. They are just starting to draw out this area over here. But I mean, just starting. No, I'm just double and triple checking for the queen here. Sorry. Oh, little shake. Nothing on this side. This is what I'm trying to encourage them to build out. You can see right here, they're just starting to. See, looks like nothing on this next frame. It does sound like they're starting to get a little aggravated with me, so I'm going to try and carefully speed up here. Still nothing on this frame here, I can tell from the top. Looks like nothing on the next either. At least on that side. Now this last frame here is interesting. Well, they've got something going on here. I'll go ahead and check it out. Yeah, they're drawing it out just a little bit. Got somebody dancing on me here. Feels super weird through the glove. I try really hard not to squish that guy, but his location is suboptimal. Okay, so we're gonna lift this one out. This one is a little janky, just because they have built this entirely on their own. Whenever we had them in the swarm trap, we kept them in there too long. And what happened was they actually built underneath the comb, or underneath the frames that we had in there. And so this is salvage from that. me see. I'm not seeing any eggs on here. You can see somebody just starting to hatch out right there. Right there. We actually kind of help him along there. You can see him, his little tongue going and everything. So they eat their way out. Whenever they're capped in, that's how they know that they're ready. Super cool little experience. There's a nurse bee there checking him out. Saying, hey, you weren't that close to getting out a second ago. Who let you out? Super cool. All of this stuff fascinates me. I love it. Beekeeping is something I've always wanted to do. And I've been presented with the opportunity to do so, and I'm taking full advantage of it. Well, I think I've had these guys open just about as long as I'm comfortable doing. So I'm going to go ahead and start putting them back together. I am not going to shift any this time. So instead what I'm going to do is I'm going to snug up here, just like so. Just scooching these down. Man, they have made everything so sticky. See, I'm going to smoke down inside here just to... Ooh, or dump a bunch of ash in. That's fine too. Like I said, I am very, very new at this. This is hive inspection number 5. Let's see. Are they... I'm trying to make sure that they aren't trying to work this right here. Doesn't look like they are. Then we will carefully pick this guy back up. Let's see. I see some eggs down in here as well. I'm not sure if I said that already or not, but there are eggs on this frame. The queen was on this frame last time. I'm not seeing her right now. These bees do seem to be extremely calm, all things considered. Done this in shorts several times. And knock on wood, I've yet to be stung. They do check out my legs, but haven't been stung yet, so we'll see if that changes today. But I'm just doing a double check here real quick for the queen. Looks like most of this is capped over, so I don't think she'd be here. But I just wanted to double check. I am gonna real quick try and smoke inside of here. Just to maybe help avoid killing anybody. Or killing as few as possible. Let's see. This is going to be a little bit of a tricky re-entry though. Alright. Now, we bring it back in like that. Our divider board is not perfect. So it does need a little bit of a shim there. And we're just going to close it back up now. Clear those guys off. Let him out. They do really like to explore that next area over. back in. I'm just letting this create a vacuum before I stick it back in the hive. Come on, little buddy. There you go. All right. And that is the hive all put back together. I'm just going to sweep these guys out. Get everything put together. And that is hive inspection number 5 completed. Thank you guys for watching.